SHS Girls Basketball senior class of 2011 to 2012.
Coach Gil was like a grandpa to us during our years here, and we were blessed to be coached by him.
Our theme for the season is leaving a legacy in honor of Gil and his legacy at Snohomish High School.
We have put together a video of past players to commemorate his time with us.
My name is Ann Bailey, and I graduated from Snohomish High School in 2002, and I played varsity basketball for 3 years while I was here. I played basketball at Gonzaga University, and then I played a season overseas in Finland. And when I think about Coach GIlbertson and the impact he's had on me and Snohomish High School, I just think about what a caring guy he was and the number of people that he impacted. He was just so dedicated. If you ever wanted to get better at anything, he was always there to help you out. If you're willing to put in the time, then he'd be willing to come and show up and help you out. There's times in college when my roommates would get the mail and say, "Hey, you got another letter from Coach GIlbertson. Who is that guy? What's he all about?" And I would just tell him that, you know, he's Mr. Snohomish and he's Mr. Snohomish High School. Just such a positive impact that he's had on so many people, and including me at the high school.
My name's Kirsten Reinhardt, formerly Kirsten Brockman. I played basketball for Snohomish High School for 4 years on the varsity team. I graduated in 2001, and then I went on to play at the University of Washington, where I graduated in 2005. What I remember most about Coach GIlbertson is his dedication, and that he was always dedicated, not just on game days or even just on practice days, but if you needed extra help, he was willing to meet you in the summer, on the weekends. The list goes on and on. And it wasn't just a half-hearted dedication, it was full bore. And Coach GIlbertson was an amazing letter writer, as I'm sure that you all have heard, but Coach wrote me letters faithfully through college and then on, and never hesitated to give me as many updates as possible about the coach, about the team. Always referred to them as the kids, and how the kids were doing this year, and how he hoped things were going for me and for my family. I love Coach GIlbertson very much. The legacy that he left at Snohomish High School is unmatched, and I appreciate all his service and his love and his mentorship, as I know all the thousands of players who played women's basketball as well as football, cross country, and track for him.
My name's Daisha Henderson, and I played basketball for Snohomish in 2002 to 2006. My coaches were Roberts and Coach Gil, who has been an incredible influence on my life both on and off the court. During my time there, we got 2nd in state and 5th in state, both of which he helped us reach. He always warmed us up during practice. He was with the injured people and helped them out on the side, always had drills that they could do. He also just really pumped us up, and once I graduated, he kept in contact with me via letters, which I think is pretty special considering real mail doesn't come anymore, snail mail. And he just is an amazing guy who has impacted so many people. It's unbelievable when you look at all those that he keeps in contact with. He has, like, I'm sure, a huge book, and I think it's a really, really awesome thing that there is the fitness center that's now named after him. So that's my experience with Coach Gilby.
My name's Katie Benson, and I graduated from Snohomish High School in 2009. Gilby was an amazing man. His training style was unreal, but what I think made him leave a legacy was how much care he put in to his athletes. At least for me, I know even in the middle of whether it was football season or whether that was in the spring, summer, whatever, he would fill out these workouts for me to do, and because I asked him, you know, I mean, it's just like how a guy that's trained hundreds of kids, and like at least 100 at one time, he puts in so much effort in just to one athlete, and that's what just made him so special. And he just cared, and he knew how to treat every athlete and what they needed, and because he knew us personally too, and that was something that I mean, it was just so amazing for a man that was a legend to just put so much care into any athlete at one time. And he'll always be remembered. He's the grandpa I never had, and so he'll always be in my heart, and I know he'll be just always around Snohomish. Just his spirit will live on.
Two things really stand out to me about Coach GIlbertson. He was a humble servant and a wonderful, caring friend. I met Coach GIlbertson when I was 14, an incoming freshman. He was 70. I was not a particularly gifted athlete, but I was willing to work hard, and that was all the more motivation Coach needed. That was one of his greatest coaching qualities. He made all athletes feel important and saw potential for greatness in all kids. Now, as a teacher and a coach, I look to my memories as a motivation. There is hardly a day that goes by where I do not use something that I learned from Coach. Sometimes it is his speed and agility drills, sometimes weight room techniques, but more often it is his wisdom, kindness, and willingness to work with student athletes. He devoted his life to serving kids and fellow coaches, and he is a huge influence to who I have become today. Coach's memory will continue to be an inspiration to the relationships I have with my students, colleagues, and athletes for years to come.